This is every British aircraft used in the Falklands War of 1982. Fighters, bombers, transport, patrol planes, and helicopters, all operating thousands of miles from home in one of the most demanding air campaigns Britain ever fought. We'll start with the aircraft that decided the air war, the Sea Harrier. This was Britain's frontline fighter in the Falklands. Operating from small aircraft carriers, it defended the fleet and intercepted Argentine aircraft. Despite being outnumbered, the Sea Harrier secured air superiority and became one of the most important aircraft of the conflict. The Harrier. This aircraft focused on ground attack and close air support. It flew low-level strike missions against enemy positions, often from rough forward bases and temporary airstrips under constant threat. Now, the long-range and strategic aircraft, the Vulcan bomber. Originally designed for nuclear deterrence, the Vulcan carried out the famous Black Buck missions. Flying from Ascension Island, it conducted some of the longest bombing raids ever attempted at the time, the Victor tanker. The Victor made those missions possible. It carried out complex aerial refueling operations across vast distances, sometimes refueling other tankers, just to keep the mission alive. The VC-10. The VC-10 handled long-range transport duties, moving personnel, equipment and supplies between Britain, Ascension Island and the task force. Next, maritime patrol and surveillance. The Nimrod. The Nimrod monitored the South Atlantic, tracking naval movements and providing intelligence. Its role was quiet but vital throughout the campaign. Now transport aircraft operating under fire. The Hercules. The Hercules flew some of the most dangerous missions of the war. It delivered troops and supplies into the islands, including night landings under threat from enemy forces. Now to the helicopters, which carried much of the war on their backs. The Chinook. Only one Chinook survived the loss of the Atlantic conveyor. That single helicopter went on to move troops, artillery, and supplies non-stop, becoming critical to operations on the ground. The Sea King. The Sea King carried out troop transport, anti-submarine patrols, and search and rescue missions. It operated from ships and land, often in extreme weather. The Wessex, an older helicopter design, but still essential. The Wessex moved troops and supplies across the islands and proved reliability mattered more than modern design. The Lynx. Fast and agile, the Lynx was used for reconnaissance and attack missions, operating close to enemy positions and supporting naval operations. The Scout. This light helicopter performed utility and reconnaissance tasks, often flying close to the front lines. The Gazelle. The Gazelle provided observation and liaison support. Light and vulnerable, it still flew frequent missions in a hostile environment. These were the British aircraft used in the Falklands War, a mix of fighters, bombers, transports, and helicopters, all pushed far beyond their original roles. Together, they kept the task force moving, protected the fleet, and helped decide the outcome of the war.